Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. It's summer school. Beast! Peekaboo. I see you because... Ow! Damn it! Too fast, fan. This ain't going well at all. Oh, God! I knew it! I knew I shouldn't do no James Charles video today. James Charles only brings the hurt. James Charles only brings the hurt and the pain. My Lord. What in the Hello Kitty is going on? Now I gotta start this whole intro all over. Anyway. What's up, folks? How are you guys doing today? Hey, you guys, it's Peter. Obviously. And I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo. I see you. See, I tried to get all fancy and do the triple, what's that thing called? You know, like, I tried to do all the fancies. What's that called? The triple, hold on a second. We're going to look it up and see. What's it called? The triple, the ice skating deal. Triple, here it is. What's this called? This is what I was trying, the triple Lutz. The triple Lutz. Landed right on my finner. It landed right on my finger. Peace. My finner. My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has... I think they say Bologna, don't they? My... I just wanted to do a triple Lutz. Ah! My Bologna has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My Bologna has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. I'm a vegetarian, but if I wasn't, I'd love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'd say... 'Cause Oscar Mayer is a way to B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Can we turn that into James Charles? My Bologna has a first name. It's J-A-M-E-S. My Bologna has a second name. It's C-H-R-L-E-S. I would never eat it any day, and if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause James Charles is the way to P-R-E-D-A-T-O-R. Woo! I literally planned none of that, okay? None of that. But I do love that Oscar Mayer song. Oh my God, I love it so much. How are y'all doing today? Let me just tell you, okay? I have already posted a video on this channel today. Let me tell you why. Because yesterday afternoon, early evening, we had really, really bad storms in Indianapolis. And we lost our electricity around 5 o'clock last night. And they told us it would be back on at 7:15. There was like 80,000 people in Indianapolis that didn't have electricity. I was fully prepared. I was fully prepared. I was fully prepared for about 4 hours. I had my iPad all charged up. I had shows downloaded. Well, the weather got real nice after the storms passed. It got real nice. I took a 2 hours and 30 minutes, baby. My longest walk I've taken. Came back. My neighbor and I went to the pool last night. My husband slept for 12 straight hours. He slept from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. straight through. I cannot sleep without a fan, and we had no electricity. So then my neighbors down the street, these two sisters, they told me that the electricity was supposed to be back on. It was supposed to be on originally at 7:15 or 7:45. Then 11:15. Then it didn't come back on. And I was like, well, it'll come back on sometime during the night. And I had all these videos that I filmed from yesterday. And I was like, well, I'll just upload those tomorrow. And I'll put my vlog up whenever the electricity comes back. But the electricity never came back. Finally, at like 5 o'clock in the morning, I was standing in the kitchen and I saw these lights outside. So I went out. I was like, who has electricity? Well, our street is so weird. We're all on different grids and stuff like that. So I So I went outside, and some of the houses in our neighborhood had electricity, but my neighbor and I didn't, and these 3 houses down the road didn't. So I went to sleep, and I thought, well, Shirley, and don't call me Shirley, okay? And truly, don't call me Truly Brown. But I was like, I might, and definitely don't call me Robin Robin Brown. But I was like, maybe, okay, I'll wake up in like an hour, because their electricity just came on, and usually when theirs comes on, ours comes on like 3 hours later. So I was like, well, Shirley, okay, Shirley Jones, I'll wake up, because I turned my fan on over there like 1 notch, and then I was like, I'll wake up, and all of a sudden the fan will be on. But that didn't happen. I woke up at 10:30, and the electricity still was not on, and my neighbor's group thread was very long at that point, about people wondering when our electricity was going to come back on, because at that point it had been, I don't know, like 15 hours or something like that. So anyway, 12:30. So then let me tell you how nice my neighbor is next door. My neighbor, okay, because they had electricity and they had Wi-Fi, and I was like, he was like, are you doing okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, like, but I can't get up in these videos, and I couldn't render them, and my computer was dead, and people were like, use a hotspot. I'm like, my computer's dead, okay, like, I can't, like, I have nowhere to plug it into, the battery's dead, I can't, like, I can't get the videos are on my computer, I can't get them off, I can't, you know what I mean? They're on a memory card, and they're on the computer. So anyway, so he was so nice, so he, like, took this whole, like, he plugged into the outside of his house this extension cord, 2 extension cords, draped it all the way around the side of my house, and so I could work outside, and as soon as I had it all set up, the electricity came back on. So I got all my videos filmed, and then it was so early, because it was like 12:30, that I was like, well, I'm going to film some more videos. So I filmed a BookTube video. I went down to the pool, because then they closed the pool, but we're going to the pool anyway. The pool's back open. So listen, Linda, I ain't got no time to talk to y'all today. I got things to do. I got to go to the pool. Where's my, oh, I still have my pool key. I still have my pool key in my pocket from when I went down there. Listen, I got my pool bag right here, ready to go, okay? I got my pool bag right here, ready to go. We're going to spray on a little bit of the sun balm. Well, I spray this on afterwards, because I don't, you know, I like to get a little sun in my face. But anyway, and then I also have the leave-in conditioner. That's all I got in my bag. Just put my towel in there. I'm going to the pool with my neighbor here. She's taking a nap right now, because she didn't get any sleep last night. And so I started watching that. Well, I watched the Ocean Gate documentary on Netflix. I might do my reaction as soon as I get done with this, but we'll see. Because I already put up my reaction to The Mortician. Did y'all watch that on HBO Max? I watched that the other night. So I filmed that yesterday, so I posted that today. But then last night I watched Ocean Gate, because I downloaded that. So because I downloaded some shows, so I had some shows to watch. Didn't realize that it was going to be, you know, electricity the whole night. But anyway, and everybody was safe. I was real happy about that, because everybody was texting each other, all our family and friends, everybody was safe, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, and then I started watching that Department Q on Netflix. Have you guys watched it? Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, I have a whole channel dedicated just to TV. So anyway, I did a true crime yesterday, because supposedly a lot of social media people are talking about there might be an active serial killer in Indianapolis. So that was what my video was about earlier, in case you have any interest in Peter talking about true crime. I love talking about true crime. I have a lot of interest in that, and so I'll be doing more true crime videos probably over here. Not like all the time, but anyway, I had a little ditty that I wanted to share with you today before we got into James Charles. I had a little ditty that I wanted to share with you today. Well, I think actually the biggest ditty of all is a comment underneath this video, which I thought was hilarious. I'm always really speculative when you read anybody's video. I don't care if it's a cat smiling video. I don't care if it's a slime DIY from some 12-year-old. I don't care if it's a what's in my bag. I don't care if it's a Jeffree Star video. If there is literally not one negative comment on that video, I mean, not one, I mean, I'm not even talking about a negative one like, I can't stand you. I'm talking about a critical comment, okay? Like, even somebody saying, like, anything, like, I don't like the color of this, or something like that. Like, that's strange to me, that there's not, it's just all singing praises, singing praises, singing praises. That's always interesting to me. But this one comment on James Charles' video, his minute and 50-second video announcing that he apparently, like, got the rights back to his Morphe palette or whatever, was so, like, it really, I think, put in reference, like, who James Charles' audience is. So anyway, but before that, I have a little ditty that I wanted to share with you guys. I've been saving it for the right video, and I think this might be the right video. I don't know. Oh, those shorts are so cute that I found. Aren't those shorts? You can't see them. But anyway, they're from this brand called Paperbacks. But I think they're so cute. But I don't need any more shorts right now. Oh, this was me on my walk last night. And then this was more pictures from the walk. I've been posting pictures of my walk on my Instagram story. Oh, there's another picture of me on my walk last night. Anyway, and then there's a video of the ducks. Do you guys want to see the ducks? There was so much water in our street that they were like wading out in the street last night. Okay, and then where is my little ditty that I found? Oh, here it is. Okay, somebody that I know posted this on Facebook. I think this is so funny. Okay, so it was, I'll forever call it the Twitter. Okay, I'm not active on the Twitter anymore. Don't send me nothing on the Twitter. If you want to get in contact with me on the Instagram. Okay, I've been over on the Twitter for a long time. I don't do nothing over there. I don't go over there. I could care less about the Twitter. I know it's called the X now. I could give a shit. Okay, I will never call it the X. I will always call it the Twitter. And I don't go over there. I don't look over there. I'm bored over there. Okay, and it's been for a long time. I mean, probably before I got completely inactive over there, probably 2 years before that, all I posted was the Christmas countdown, the Halloween countdown. I think that I've said it for a long time, okay? The Twitter is just toxicity central, okay? And I think the Facebook kind of is too. But I saw this on the Facebook. Somebody posted this tweet, and I thought this was so funny, okay? First of all, this is a mother sharing about her son serving in the military, which thank you to any service members out there and families of service members. My best friend, Tanya Jean, her son is a Marine and served in Okinawa, and that was so hard for her when he was over there. Hard for him too, but hard for her when he was over there. And so to the friends, the loved ones of service members, and to the service members themselves, thank you so much for your service. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you because I thought it was kind of funny. So this woman posted this picture of her son. Tried to look it up. I actually did go to Twitter to try to look it up because I was like, is this real? I can't find it or not. I'm not going to show it to you guys, okay? But it's this woman's son, he's a handsome young man. And it says on here, he's like in his army fatigues and whatever. And she says, this is my son, Max. He's in the military right now, serving for our beautiful country, America. I love him so much. The movie Top Gun reminds me of him, and I can't wait to see it and listen to the amazing song, #Hold My Hand. Hold my hand. Lady Gaga asked me to sing that and do all the dance routines with her. But anyway, so anyway, that's not the part, okay? That's not the ditty. A little ditty about Jack and Diane. James Charles and JoJo Siwa. What a mess. Man, when I went over to his Instagram today and I saw those two and she got him a cake for his palette, I was like, those two fools hanging out together. I mean, what is going... That, you right there, like, that should tell you the youth of our nation, okay? The youth of our nation is looking up to James Charles and JoJo Siwa. Why? Why? Okay? A girl that got famous off of her bows on a dance show that she couldn't even put two steps together. And James Charles, okay, that can't... I mean, just give me a break on this stuff. But anyway, this woman talked about her son. Very nice. This woman shared about her son, okay? I think it's so nice that she did. Oh, my Lord, did I not screenshot the whole thing? Oh, I did screenshot the whole thing. So anyway, so she shares this about her son, Max, who's in the military. And somebody commented underneath there and said... Baby, this is why I have to stay off the Facebook, okay? This is why I have to stay off the Facebook. Somebody commented underneath her post, this mom's post, and said, tell him I need my pussy ate. It's probably James Charles that wrote that. No, but this woman wrote, she put, tell him I need my pussy ate, okay? And the mom messaged back, and she could put, how dare you? But the best ever was somebody commented back underneath the mom and said, but did you tell him? You cannot write this shit. I live for this shit. Anyway, okay. I think our whole world is so unhinged, don't you? I think we need a moment like that. I think we need, I mean, Kelly Clarkson said it best when she said a moment like this. I think we all need a moment when we need to tell somebody to eat our pussy. First of all, I hate that word, okay? There are some words that I hate, okay? I hate the word juicy. I hate the word meaty. I hate the word panties. I hate the word Davenport. My grandma used to use it. It means a couch. I hate the word moist, and I hate the word puss out. Okay, definitely any of those words used together, like come eat my meaty, juicy, moist puss out on the Davenport. Oh, I hate the word slacks too. Take off your slack. This is. None of my videos are marked for kids. They're all marked not for kids. Okay, so we are all grown adults over here. I think you've all heard the word pussy once or twice. Pussy willow. That's what we're talking about. Pussy willows. Anyway. I can just see it now. Peter Monn talking about pussies on the internet. Get over it. Everybody else does too. Hell, this woman right here told some mom, tell them I want my pussy ate. I don't think ever in my career on YouTube have I said, bussy, talk about James Charles. Remember that? That might be a moment in time for Kelly Clarkson too. When James Charles came back from his premiere of Painted and his dad was helping him like get his whatever that was, what was it called? What breastplate off? I don't know what that thing was, that cinched corset. His dad was helping him get his corset off, and then he was so drunk and he got right up in the camera and said, I'm sure I have that video somewhere, and said something about, I gotta look and see if I have that video, and said something like, you wanna eat my bussy or something, like a burrito or something. Do you remember that? I bet you anything. I know for a fact I have that video in here somewhere. Where is that video? Let's go in here and look at videos. I should look up videos James Charles. I'm sure it would take me forever to find that video, but anyway, I got a bunch of dog videos. I know I have that video somewhere in here where he's up in that camera all drunk as a skunk talking about his bussy. Baby, nobody want that bussy. Nobody wants that bussy. Nobody wants that bussy. Here's one of Jacqueline Hill. What's she talking about in this video? Which, I don't even know what she's talking about. Let's see. I don't know what she's talking about. She's whispering or something like that. Oh my God, this is my, like, I am not on TikTok at all, but this is my favorite TikTok of life. You guys want to hear it and see it? Okay.
Zip code to Beverly Hills. It's 90210, but do you know the zip code to Dawson's Creek? It's 90108. 90108.
I don't know who that girl is, but I'll tell you two things I know for sure. She should be a superstar just for that alone, number one. And number two, I hope she got her pussy ate. Oh my Lord, I should show this and just embarrass this shit out of my cousin Caroline. Here she is. Look at this dancing. Where's she dancing? Hold on a second. Alex had her dancing.
Daddy.
That's what we do at Christmas. Where's the James Charles video? With it. Anyway, we can look. Oh, here's Jeffree Star. What he talking about? Something.
I'm going to do a YouTube short clip of it.
Okay, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for telling us that. Anyway, I'll find that video for another day where he's talking about his bussy. But let's talk about what James Charles is talking about today. This video has gotten real unhinged here. Let's talk about what Jeffree Star... They're all the same. Like, for real, hey, listen, okay? Let's just rename them all, okay? Jeffree Star, James Charles, all of them. Let's just rename them and call them something like... Bussy or so. I don't know. Well, let's just rename them, and then every video we'll just talk about the same person. It'll just be like a character, because they all are just a mess. But anyway, so James Charles put up this thing yesterday on his Instagram. He put it on his TikTok too. Here, we're going to watch it. And he's talking about how he can't wait because he's got this new, he's so excited because he's got this thing. What's he talking about? Fake accounts on here. What's he talking about?
I keep getting tagged in all these videos of people making new TikTok accounts and posting photos of me, like screenshots of...
Oh, people making up fake accounts. Baby, listen. This gal texted or messaged me the other day. She was mad at me, okay? And then I got some woman that comments on my videos, and she says, I'm coming for you. I know who you are, who you really are, is what she says. And she's also messaged me on Instagram. She thinks I'm this dude that she's talking to on the Facebook, okay? This person on the Facebook, she contacted me, or on the Instagram, she contacted me and she said she had been talking to me. But it wasn't me, it was my picture. This man had made a full-on passport with my picture. I don't know if it was a real one or if he just like, I don't know, but it was a picture of a passport sitting on a counter. This other man, okay, because they always work at these like oil places that are on a boat where they don't have like a landline phone because so they can never talk to these women. He had a lanyard with my picture on it, okay? James Charles, talk to me about fake accounts. Listen, go to my Instagram. I got a whole tab over there that's called fakes, okay? People send me these fakes every single day. I don't even add them to that list anymore. And I don't apologize to these women. I used to say to these women back in the day, this woman told me she got scammed out of $50,000 by this man. $50,000. And I said to her, I said, I am really sorry that you got scammed out of all this money and blah, 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 whatever. And she was like, she got kind of rude with me about it. And I finally said, hey, listen, I'm trying to be nice. My pictures are stolen. I said, maybe vet out the person that you're sending $50,000 to in the future. This stuff with people wanting to steal my, people are like, what do you think about it? I think, well, first of all, it's identity theft. It's weird is what I think it is, okay? And they come up with the weirdest names ever. Tony, T-O-N-I. The only Tony, T-O-N-I know is Tony, and Tony Basil. Oh, Mickey, you're so fun. But anyway, he's talking about fake accounts. So this is the TikTok that he put up talking about this video that he was going to release on the YouTubes. Okay.
I don't know if I should be embarrassed to admit this or if I should be proud. I probably shouldn't be admitting this at all, frankly, but the video that I'm posting tomorrow cost me more than $100,000 to make. I wish that I was kidding. My business managers wish that I was kidding. They begged me not to do this, but I really fucking believed in this, and I hope that when you see it tomorrow, you will understand exactly why it cost that much and why I wanted to do this. I'm really proud and I'm really excited, and although this is a huge monetary investment on my end, I will tell you the video is less than 2 minutes long, so hopefully it's not too much of an investment on your end if you guys just watch it all the way through when it comes out. I think that you will love it. No pressure, but if you do, any support or engagement would really, really, really go a long way, so I can prove to my team that making this video was the right choice. Otherwise, I am fucked. And nobody seems to care.
Baby, I don't think you ever have been, honestly. But anyway. Maybe your pussy has. I don't know about all that. But anyway, I don't think much about it. But let's look over his Instagram where he's got him. Okay, so here it is. He's talking about the palette. Okay. Can't thank you guys enough for all the love today. So appreciative. All kinds of stuff. Then here he is. Dinner is served. And who he chooses to spend his congratulatory dinner with is JoJo Siwa.
Took it back. Thank you.
Yeah, she's not probably who I would choose to spend my time with. Anyway, what did I say in my Michaela video the other day? Somebody left a comment, and it was they were like, "I love this comment," or something. This comment cracks me up because I said something about, if you want to know the truth about what I think about Michaela Nogueira, she bores me. Honestly, she does bore me. James Charles bore. I mean, I think James Charles is problematic. I think Michaela Nogueira is problematic. I think JoJo Siwa is way in over her head. I think that girl. Listen. I think at 30, I think we're going to find some documentary. I mean, listen, Linda, okay? Britney Spears had the moment. She still is not right, okay? Like, I think that Britney Spears has a right to her own money and all that kind of stuff. Free Britney all the way, baby, okay? But let's not act for 1 second like Britney Spears is okay. Let's just not act like that, okay? Baby, free Britney all the way. I agree with that. I don't think she needs to be in no conservatorship and all that kind of stuff. But let's just not act like she's okay. Okay, let's just not act like Britney Spears is okay at all. Amanda Bynes, let's just be for real, okay? A lot of them people back in the day, they turned out to be some weird shit, okay? Now, you know, what's weird about it is this, is that when I was, like, growing up, well, first of all, when I was growing up, you hear all these, like, do you remember those VH1, what happened to these people? And then it'd be like, I mean, I think like that whole entire cast of Different Strokes, except for like Janet Jackson was on there sometimes. I think like that entire cast of that, not Facts of Life. You take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, and then you have Mrs. Garrett, and then the Facts of Life. Oh my God, right when I got to the Mrs. Garrett, it like, Right when I got to the Mrs. Garrett, the tripod fell. Anyway, but if you look at like those casts of all them TV shows back in the day, like Different Strokes and stuff like that. Do you remember that show, Different Strokes? But was that what it was called? Anyway, but all them people ended up like, you know, robbing banks and ended up, I mean, a lot of them died of overdoses. It's real sad. It's real sad, right? I don't think we're that far enough out yet to see what happened to all those dance mom girls and stuff like that. And I don't wish none of that on them. I do not wish none of them on that, okay? Trust me, I do not. But you're talking about these people that all grew up online. Like, that was child stars that were on TV shows. We do not yet know the fallout of these people that grew up online yet, okay? Like, James Charles grew up online. James Charles has done a lot of damage, and we don't even know the fallout from that yet, okay? So it's weird to me that they choose to hang out with people. But in all honesty, like Michaela Nogueira, people ask me, like, what do you think about her? I don't. I don't think about Michaela Nogueira. You know, honestly, I wish she'd get honest, and I wish her the best. That's what I think about. Jeffree Star, don't care. You know, you got all that money, maybe get a new hairdo. I don't know. Is he not using them hair by J wigs anymore? Them old lady updos? That's what they are, too. Don't come for me, okay? Those are Ava Gabor wigs that you saw in the back of your grandma's magazine. Those wigs that he wears. When people come for me, first of all, a wig is an accessory, okay? That is no different than me saying, I don't like his belt. His belt is ugly, okay? He does not have to wear wigs, all right? It is an accessory to him. But those Hair by J wigs are so fugly. Okay, those are literally, do you remember your grandma's magazines back in the day? My grandma, the one that went to prison, she used to read them True Detective magazines and stuff like that. And the back of that, they always had them Ava Gabor wigs. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, that's what them old lady wigs are. But Jeffree Star, don't care. I mean, I make videos about him because I get kind of intrigued in the moment about what's going on. But when the camera's off, baby, I don't care. Bored. Jeffree Star, boring, okay? First of all, why you would need 15 palettes of the same 5 color variations, to me, is overkill at this point, okay? The fact that people do not see the insanity, that this man thinks that he is like the makeup genius of approving makeup and telling people what they need, and yet he is selling his same audience for the last 10 years, the same 10 color palettes, one after another, in the same cheap-ass Barbie plastic, and don't nobody ever think that that's kind of weird, and they don't. Okay, buy it, baby. Buy it. Buy it all day long. Buy the mirrors. Buy the marijuana weed leaf. Do it, baby. Do it, okay? People ask me what I think about all these people all the time. I don't really, you know. I'll tell you some people that don't bore me, okay, to this day when I still watch them. You know, like Trisha Paytas, she don't bore me. Trisha Paytas does not bore me, okay? Like, she still kind of reinvents herself and gets excited over and over again. That's what she's got on Jeffree Star and James Charles. James Charles, baby, I told years ago, he said something about reinventing himself. I said, you need to get you a new hairdo. Still got the same hairdo from 7 years ago, okay? That Kris Jenner swoop, baby. Listen, new hairdo, baby. New hairdo, okay? New hair, new you, okay? We don't just need to get a new... Now he's buying the palette back. Anyway, that's what I kind of think about some of these people. Shane Dawson, I'm still kind of interested in Shane Dawson to see what he's going to do next and stuff like that. But a lot of these people I'm not really interested in. I really don't care about it. I'm trying to think of... Jaclyn Hill actually is somebody that I am interested in. Just to kind of see what her next move's going to be and things like that. Where's she going to go? She going to go to an escape room with James Charles? Probably. But anyway, so I went and I watched this video on YouTube, speaking of escape rooms. And what it is... First of all, it's interesting to me, okay? Because... he said he spent $100,000 on it. And really what it is the $100,000 is like the makeup preparation. The video is 1 minute and 50 seconds long. I'm not going to dog the video. The video is very, very well done, okay? What it is it's James Charles being like an art thief, okay? In a museum, and there's all these famous pieces of art that he has recreated with models, okay? And like Botticelli and things like that. And he is recreating these art pieces, and he's going through these art museums. And then at the very end of it, he breaks this case, and inside is his painted palette. And the video is called something like Taking Back What's Mine, okay? And so it's basically letting people know that he now owns the rights to his own palette, and that Painted is the original Morphe palette that he had, okay, the James palette, and that he is going to reissue it under Painted or something like that. Well, first of all, what I really think that is going on is that Forma, they got rid of Jaclyn Hill. And I said it wasn't going to be much longer after that they were going to get rid of Morphe. I think Morphe is about ready to close down, probably in the next 3-4 quarters, okay? I think we're going to see that. Because I think it's interesting that I don't think that James Charles loves that, but he still uses that palette, but I don't think he's so in love with that palette that he couldn't come up with 5 other new things, because to buy the license to that Morphe owns would be very, very expensive. So if Morphe is getting ready to close down, I mean, and I think we'll find more out about it. I think James will come out and talk about the process of how he got the palette back and stuff like that. But it's like book rights, it's like song rights, it's like anything like that, right? To do that, it's either going to cost a huge amount of money, and this is what I thought was interesting. I was like, at first, was like, he insinuating that the $100,000 for the music video was to buy back the rights. Well, the rights to that palette have to be more. I mean, they made a lot more than $100,000 off that palette. So it would have to be a lot more. But that palette is not selling at all anymore. When you go into Ulta and things like that, I mean, that palette is dusty, baby. Ain't nobody buying that palette no more. Okay, nobody wants that palette. Do I think that his new audience that he has created in the last couple years since he's had Painted would buy that palette recreated as a Painted palette? Yes, I do. So anyway, what's interesting to me is that this is where, to me, James Charles is not very conceptually creative. Because the idea is, it's like this burglar in an art museum stealing like this great piece of art, which ends up being the Painted palette, okay? And it's like 1 minute and 50 seconds long. It's cute. It's high quality. It's very well done, okay? But the whole idea, it's like all these red lights, and he's got to go over these red lights. It's very like, I mean, they do that game on Traders. I mean, how many times have you seen that in a movie before? I mean, Ocean's 11, they did it. I mean, they've done it in so many movies where it's like the burglar. I mean, back in the day, in the movies in the 80s and the 90s, they did it. It's not a new concept. It's not a new concept at all. And this is where I think that James Charles, I think that, like I said, I think the video is nicely done. I think it's well done. I think for him, I think for his audience, I think it's fitting, okay? Do I think the concept is so creative that it's worth $100,000 for a video? No, I don't. But he can also probably write that video off as PR, whatever he spent on it, because it is PR. It's PR for his new palette that he's releasing. And write-offs like that for businesses are very, very important. So when he's talking about spending $100,000 and his business managers don't want to do it, don't think that $100,000 is coming out of James Charles' pocket, okay? That's coming out of the Painted pocket. However that happens, it's not a complete write-off. It can't be. But does it go into PR and marketing? 100% it does. It's PR and marketing for the Painted palette. So is that interesting to me that he did it this way? When I watched it, I mean, I was kind of surprised. Like, the comments underneath here are, like, going on and on and on. Oh, my God, this is everything is the top comment, 448 likes. The branding for painting is so fucking cohesive every campaign. Is it, though? 100%, $100,000 well spent, James. This cost $100,000. Somebody said, yes. Congrats, sis. Professional video creation isn't cheap. Yes. Surprised it cost that much and didn't bother. Oh, that was interesting. Somebody said it cost him that much and didn't. I didn't see the replies are critical. The comments are not. And it didn't bother cutting to him after taking the mask off with good hair. So when he takes his mask off at the end, his hair is like a mess. But I think he kind of wanted it to be that way. What did somebody say? Oh, somebody said $100,000 well spent, James. And somebody said the algorithm and views of this video say otherwise. Suppose the proof is in the unit shifted. What, is the video not doing well? 23 hours ago. Oh, 217,000 views. Not good. But when you read the comments down, not the replies, they're all good. This is absolute cinema, James. It's, a lot of them are comparing him to Taylor Swift. This was the comment I thought was just absolutely ridiculous. Somebody said, Taylor getting masters back and James getting artistry back this year is iconic. Can we please not for 1 second? I mean, let's just be for fucking real, okay? Can we not compare James Charles, who faked his way to the top with a ring light, lied, hurt people? Can we please not compare him to the integrity of Taylor Swift and her talent? Like, for 1 second. Like, when you guys do that, and, well, whoever does that out there, and you love Taylor Swift, do you realize you're comparing Taylor Swift to a self-proclaimed predator, okay, that has lied and cheated his way to the top and has hurt other people? Not to mention, has not been very kind to women in the field. Just recently, Kayla Malik, by standing by her abuser. I mean, you're comparing James Charles, who stood by the abuser of Kayla Malik, to Taylor Swift and getting their artwork back. First of all, let's make this very, very clear, okay? This is where it's different, okay? Taylor Swift wrote that music. Taylor Swift performed that music. There's a whole story that goes along with that. The James Charles palette with Morphe was a collaboration that he signed on to. He even came out later and said, just not too long ago, he came out and said, where am I at on this video? I was like, oh, I forgot the tripod fell, so not that far. But he even came out and said the previous palette he hated and said he liked, just so that he did that with Lipstick Nick. Do you guys not remember that? He and Lipstick Nick joked about that Morphe palette. They said they both hated it. And he said the only reason he pushed it was to get his own palette, which he got his own palette. So it's not like he wrote the music, he played the music, he toured the music. He had a collaboration with Morphe, which is why I don't think that James went to Morphe and said, I have to have this palette. How much can I offer you for it? I don't think that's what happened. I think that either the license on the palette ran out, and so they offered it to James to renew it. Now here's the other thing you gotta remember. Forma owned Jacqueline Cosmetics, okay? They came to Jacqueline and asked her if she wanted to buy Jacqueline Cosmetics back. She said this in her video, and this has been documented. Jacqueline did not want to put the money, her own money, into Jacqueline Cosmetics to buy her own brand back. If Morphe is trying to, if Forma is getting rid of Morphe, or if they downsizing or whatever, they may have come to James Charles and said, we will offer you the licensing of your palette and everything to go with it for $200,000 or whatever. I thought maybe what he was saying was $100,000 was for the palette. That could be. I don't know. Maybe the palette is, the licensing of the palette is what cost him $100,000. Because I don't know that I feel like this music video cost $100,000, maybe, or whatever it is, PR commercial cost $100,000. Maybe it did. But then if it did, it's interesting to me because do you remember the video that he did with Toddy Westbrook? Where he showed on a board and he said how it's cheaper for brands to do sponsorships with James or sponsorships with influencers because they would actually save money in the long run. Because when you have to like get models, you have to do their makeup, you have to set up sets, you have to create sets. Wouldn't James be going against his own advice by doing this? Wasn't that what James said? Okay. So, but anyway, this is interesting to me. Listen, I think that James and all of them should own their own things. But it was a palette, okay? Like, I mean, it was a palette collaboration with Morphe. It wasn't, this is where the fans, I think, get very confused. It wasn't like James went to Morphe and said, I have this great idea, and I want to do this palette, and I've been dreaming of this palette for 10 years, and blah, 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 whatever. 10 years before James had that palette come out, he was trying 4 other channels on YouTube. He was just waiting to see which one took. It just happened to be, and this is the truth that nobody really wants to ever acknowledge about James Charles, it just happened to be the makeup channel that took, okay? He was trying all different kinds of stuff to see what stuck on the wall. So this wasn't a dream that he had for 5 or 10 years. It was a collaboration that he did. A lot of artists, a lot of makeup artists, a lot of influencers have had collaborations, okay, with other brands. It's not like they're going to those brands and being like, oh my God, can I please, like, can I please buy the rights to my palette? They'd say, it wasn't your palette. Well, James, I think Morphe's probably downsizing. They came to him and licensing was up and they offered it. I mean, their licensing, you have to renew it ever so often. So I think they probably came to him and said, if you want to own the licensing for it, we will sell it to you. And he probably bought it back. So anyway, it looks like he's going to re-release it. The comments on here, though, when you look at the new ones, excuse me, so iconic. Okay, you ate with the video. James, I love you so much. You're the best. So, so good. I didn't catch the announcement on TikTok, but was glad it was uploaded here. Unleash your inner artist. Please, please bring out Painted UK. This is insane. Diva. Oh my God. Love you, James. Yes, I'm so proud of you. Sister, is this limited edition? Oh, this is weird because I saw that comment earlier. He's holding comments back because those comments I just read to you from the newest 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 44 minutes, 51 minutes, an hour ago. Oh, he must be deleting comments 2 hours ago. The 8th comment is from 2 hours ago. So either the video is moving that slow, or he's only getting 8 comments an hour, or they're deleting comments. Because he doesn't want people to see what he really says. Let's read somebody's reply. It's giving Taylor and her masters. Yes, James. Somebody said I was going to make this joke. Somebody said, I beg you don't compare Taylor to him. Just a reference, no one's comparing James and Taylor specifically. A lot of people are actually comparing James to Taylor in here. There's several top comments that are about it. Taylor getting Masters back and James getting Artistry back this year is iconic. I think that's kind of a comparison. Somebody said literally, and I am so here for it. I mean, are those not comparisons? Oh my God, this is everything. What'd somebody say on this one? For real. James, your hair when you took off the mask, girl, I'm dead. There's not a lot of replies on here, which is interesting. James, you ate with those flips. Never have I thought I'd see James doing an obstacle course. Do we really think that's James Charles? It's a stunt person. Did y'all not go to math class this morning? Did you miss your juice box in math class? That was a stunt person. Do you think James Charles was really doing those stunts? Oh, come on, please. Come on. Somebody said double with a question mark. Exactly. It's interesting. There's not a lot. I mean, this is the best product ad I have literally ever seen. I don't know. I really like that Matthew McConaughey driving the Lincoln ad. That's probably my favorite ad. I was going to say something so bad. But we won't go back to eating of the pussy. Anyway. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite product ads. Mikey likes it. Oh my God, this one McDonald's ad back in the day I love so much. It was this teacher. Does anybody remember this commercial? It was this teacher and she was retiring and her whole class bought her a Happy Meal or something like that. And they sang this song. You can still find it on on YouTube's. I love it so much. And then she cries at the end because they say you're the best and all this kind of stuff. Do you guys remember that one? Oh my God, I love that so much. But my all-time favorite commercial is the dog commercial, and I used to sing it to Boo Radley. The one where it says, some of these mugs got some of these bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. That's my favorite ad placement, not James Charles doing flips through the air for his makeup palette that he thinks is like the Mona Lisa. But anyway, it was a cute ad. It was okay. Does it surprise me that it was under $1,000? Yeah, kind of. I didn't think it was that high quality. I mean, it was okay. Was it $100,000 worth? I don't know. Baby, I ain't in that business, okay? I'm sure he'll sell a ton of it. And I hope it works out fine for him. And I hope that his boosie benefits greatly. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.